This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find this fine audio recording. We're on YouTube and live! RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We're talking about professional wrestling, both for the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
Hello everyone, time for some talking about pro wrestling.
And of course, joining us in the third chair, as per usual, our good buddy Shintigercurl.
No!
Eddie!
No, it's not Shintigercurl, it's me, Arnold.
Wait a minute. What the hell is going on here? You're not the real Arnold. I am the real Arnold.
No, I am a real Arnold because my popo is so huge.
What do you mean your popo is so huge? What about your muscles? Look at you got some fat on you.
My muscles are my popo. I have come here to tell everyone I have figured out a solution to stop Vince McMahon from firing everyone.
Okay, never mind. I don't have that. Okay, fair.
Yes, this is my solution. I will go to his house, and then I will kick down his door, flex my muscles. Then I will kick him in the popo.
His popo being his grapefruits for those,
No, I mean his popo.
See, I don't even know what the hell a popo is. Put that goddamn cookie down. Go over there.
Hold on. Are you talking about his penis?
You're a penis.
See, he doesn't even know what a penis is. That's why he's not the real Arnold.
And then I will take out my machete and I will throw it at his face. And then I will turn to the camera and take out my cigar. And then I will say, now you've been budget cut. Fade to black. And afterwards, I will get on the Titantron and talk to all the fans of the WWE Universe so that we can all enjoy the perennial holiday classic Jingle All the Way.
Just give me that my goddamn Turbo Man doll.
How you doing, shit? How you doing, shit?
It's a week before the holidays. I had to do a Conan Arnold joke.
Fair. Absolutely fair. Oh, God. Lord, what a fucking week, Jesus. What a year this week has been.
Feels like it.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it feels like it. I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah. Because we began the week, literally at the end of the show, we're thinking, we're anticipating Hook, and Hook was sent, and it was fucking glorious, and we will discuss this, of course. And to tell you right now, I have tried to find a 8-bit version of Action Bronson's Chairman's Intent. No luck. Sorry.
Maybe in the future.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it's a new song, and you just got.
No, it's from 2017.
Oh, really? I thought it was a new song they made for him.
No, this was one of Action's. Apparently, it's one of Hook's favorite songs.
Very nice.
So hey, cool, he's an Action Bronson fan, and Action Bronson is a noted professional wrestling fan. So Yay!
Oh. Hey, two groups working together. Gotta love that synergy.
Gotta love that. Unlike Europe. But no, our week starts with Hook, and of course Ring of Honor happened, and power went out, so I couldn't watch that damn final battle live. Fuck you, Mother Nature. I was able to watch it, thankfully, and stuff happened. Stuff was good. Monday happened and Raw happened. I didn't watch it because I watched Monday Night Football, and it was still better and more entertaining than Monday Night Raw. Tuesday happened. Tuesday was good. We didn't have a recap for an easy one to see Macross in a theater, so we didn't get in the way of that. Wednesday was Dynamite. It was good. Thursday was Rift Zone, and of course we watched Impact. It was good. And then Omicron happened and decided to fuck everything up. I'm currently weighing my options to either postpone or cancel my cruise. I hope it is postponement. The best case scenario is I still have that week off and I get to be on a boat for a week in the Atlantic Sea. Maybe a bit the fun, and there's food, there's water slides, and there's a Matty enjoying a beverage, preferably a Barks root beer because they have that, and I have body package. But no, Omicron wants to be a dick, and of course, at least the Canadian federal government and subsequent lower governments are overreacting. I'll admit it for good reason, but that's another story for another day, of course. Monetization, what's that? I don't make money off of this shit, folks. Give me 100,000 subs, maybe I'll make a penny. Anyway, enough of the doom and gloom. There's wrestling afoot. Eddie Kingston's going to be a part of the show of Rampage this evening. And Enigma in the chat, good. It was fantastic. Bloody fantastic. He's talking about Dynamite. I was just, doing my thing, trying to make people laugh. Well, sometimes you're just when you're stressed out, and more stressors are added to the vacation that you were hoping to take. Sometimes you got to make fun of that to calm your tits down. And unfortunately, I do not have the tightest tits in the podcast game. So there's that. I sense we want a clip, so I think I'm going to do that right now. Winners, losers, we're going to talk about Final Battle brief. I don't know how briefly you want to do Final Battle, by the way. I don't think we got a chance to discuss that.
It was a good show, really good show. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't already.
All right, well, we'll discuss it briefly then. And we'll do that. We've got some news. We got some dynamites and stuffs. And before we get to the clip, I hold in my hand the clipboard. I bought it specifically for not next week, but the week after. On New Year's Eve, unless something changes. I mean, at this point, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Pretty sure we're staying in for the thing. Which I don't mind. I've already pre-purchased my booze for the festivities. New Year's Eve, if you don't have a party to go to, for a myriad of reasons, of course. T-Dub, the Shin, and I, we're hosting a party. The best and worst of 2021. And I don't know when you guys feel like starting there, but it will be a long one, as it is per usual. We may live react to Rampage if they happen to be on.
No, that week I think Rampage is gonna be on a Saturday.
Oh, we're good then.
No, that's for Christmas. Christmas can be on a Saturday.
Christmas on a Saturday.
Eve, though.
Yeah. We can go early.
No, I think 8:30 will be good because we used to go earlier, and I think if we go 8:30, we should be done by 11.
Yeah, I got nothing to do. I got no life.
Hey, if nothing else, you could ring in the new year with us. And that's something that'd be very nice to do.
And Guts wants to know, is this a private party?
Well, we do not weigh 24 ounces of vodka cranberry, so I don't know if we
it's a private party, and you are all invited!
Pretty much it's an online party, so you're damn sure invited. So I got my list pretty much done, and at this point, the only reason I would change it would be to add to it at this point. So my list is done. It's on my cork board, waiting to be read in a couple of weeks. We're going to start at 8:30 as per usual. I guess there's no. I was going to ask if you guys wanted to start at 9 or whatever, but to accommodate the coming of the new year. But hey, last show of the year. Why not? If we go long, have that first glass of bubbly with us. I say. That being said, time for clip of the week. Enough hot dog and grandstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, simply put, all is right with the world. At least on Wednesday nights. Take a listen.
Hey, Texas, your daughter swallows. You got a problem with me, Texas? Maybe you'd like me if I was more like you know? Anti-education and pro-incest. How about you keep your redneck mouth shut while I'm holding the microphone? CM Punk, you got the balls to come out here and pretend that all I do is use low-hanging fruit? That's cool. Well, CM Punk, the second he got nervous last week, the best thing he could come up with was, your local sports team sucks for 10 straight minutes. So highbrow, CM. I don't know how you think of this stuff. I especially love the part when you claimed I needed to stop running and face you like a man so you can move on to try to become a world champion. That's interesting, Punk, because I didn't realize that having an undefeated streak and a string of underwhelming matches against underwhelming opponents made you championship material. I thought that just made you the new Ryback.
Not gonna lie. The fact that he went with the Ryback line is the reason why he got the clip of the week. If nothing else, to piss Ryback off even more. Feed me more. Feed me more.
And that is about as relevant as he has ever been all year.
Pretty goddamn much, actually.
That's as relevant as he's been in the past 3 or 4 years, really.
Past fucking decade, boys. Let's not be generous here.
And of course you mentioned him feed me more, since the last big thing he did was a mukbang challenge.
Chasing the viral trends, I see.
Yep. And not even a good mukbang challenge. He had McDonald's.
Hey, look. I'm not gonna crap. I'm not even gonna crap. There are people who have done mukbangs before. If we're at McDonald's, it's doable. I mean, what did he eat?
I think a couple of Big Macs, some nuggets, a whole lot of fries, and a bunch of Cokes.
That's not bad.
I imagine that you'll need to do a line of Coke to enjoy a Ryback video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't do it drunk.
Yeah, you'll need an
upper. You'll need an upper.
You'll need a Tony Montana size of mountain of Coke to enjoy Ryback content.
Well, as much as I'd like to just crap all over Ryback for however long we have, we must get to the list.
Yes, T-Dub. Yes, the list.
And unfortunately, we have to start with some bad news. Earlier this week, it was announced that Jimmy Rave had passed away. He is one of the early members of the Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling rosters.
Yep.
Yeah, and he had gone into issues where he had his legs amputated, and one would hope it would get better. Unfortunately, it eventually did not.
Now, he also lost an arm.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yep. Three-quarters of a quadriplegic, sadly. But he was a great wrestler.
He was.
Very
He
underrated.
was.
He was the crown of the embassy.
Exactly. And part of a little underappreciated tag team called the Rock and Rave Infection.
That was an entertaining time. Those don't know, this is back when he teamed with Lance Hoyt. Yes, the one that's now known as Lance Archer.
And as OSW was very quick and very accurate to point out, tramp stamp and all.
Oh, yes. They'll be accompanied to the ring by Christy Hemme, and Archer and Rave would come to the ring rocking out on Guitar Hero controllers.
Yep.
That's the gimmick, folks. We're not making that shit up.
And it looks like they were having a good time doing that.
Yeah, Lance Archer was definitely channeling some Slash vibes in this one, but
Oh, yeah, because he had the long hair and the...
He did.
and the top hat and the glasses, yeah, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
definitely Slash.
So, yeah, rest in peace, Jimmy Rave. He is definitely going to be missed. And shout out to, I believe it was Gigi Dolan who wore a Jimmy Rave approved shirt on NXT this week.
She did.
So
Good
props
on
to her for that.
A nice tribute, a very nice tribute at the very least.
Let's see. We also, of course, had ROH Final Battle, the final battle taking place this past weekend. It was overall
Very
a
much.
very, very good show.
It was a very good show. Now, do you guys want to do a quick review, or because
we
at
can
this
just do a
point I'm
quick
just giving it
little
a
thing.
ceremonial 5 out of 5.
Yeah, we can just do a quick thing. I mean, every match delivered.
Yeah.
By the way, Ray Horace on this card, you guys may remember him as Dragon Azteca Jr. from Lucha Underground.
Yep.
As he lost to Dragon Lee in an excellent match. Red Titus became what they're calling the final ROH television champion. Basically, all the members of the foundation swept tonight.
Yeah, including I believe the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Champion of the World, Jonathan Gresham, who won against Jay Lethal in a great 15-minute bout.
Yeah, I feel like I should have gone just 5 more minutes, but it was still a great 15 minutes.
You
Jonathan Gresham,
know what? They unfortunately, unlike AEW, they had a hard out at 3 hours, and I think that's what happened there.
that'll explain why they had why they always do a first hour free on YouTube, which unfortunately I forgot to catch.
I did. I was able to catch most of it before the power conked out. I can tell you it was fun. There was the Righteous, Vincent Bateman, and Dutch with Vita Von Starday defeated Shane Taylor Promotions, Convos and Shay Edwards with Ron Hunt by pinfall. It was for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag. It went 10 minutes even, and there was a 6-woman tag: Miranda Elise, and the Allure, Angelina Love, and Mandy Leon. They took on Chelsea Green and the Hex, Allison Kay and Marty Bell, and defeated the mentioned tag team. And the 10-man tag was PJ Black, Flip Gordon, Brian Melonis, Beard, Seated Bruiser, and the world famous Cheeseburger. World famous CB or Cheeseburger, and Cheeseburger was in, world famous CB was in Cheeseburger garb.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he actually went back. His old Cheeseburger gear for the occasion. They defeated LSG, Sledge, Max the Impaler, Demonic Flamita, and Will Ferrara with Amy Rose, and Danhausen was on commentary for that as well.
Also, I'm glad that Max the Impaler has gained some matches. They're quite the impressive wrestler.
Yeah.
But Zono, they basically have like this Mad Max type gimmick going to them. And they just murder people.
Pretty much. And I liked it. I didn't mind it at all. Josh Woods is the pure champion as of recording. He defeated Brian Johnson by technical
I'd say
submission.
Brian Johnson's promo beforehand was super entertaining.
He had a couple minutes of mic time, took advantage of it.
Yeah, Shane Taylor and Kenny King had one hell of a fight without honor.
They did. They won 18 and all the bells and whistles. That's all I'm going to say there.
And of course, Roxy and Willow Nightingale had one hell of a match as well. I love that Willow basically had Roxy's number for about 90% of the match. Every time Roxy would start to get to an advantage, Willow would just always have an answer for her. And in the end, though, Roxy was able just to eke out that victory. And then afterwards, she was challenged to a winner-take-all match in the future by Deonna Purrazzo.
Yes.
So if Ring of Honor is truly dead, then we are unifying some championships, at least with the Impact Wrestling. So to be continued on that front.
Yep.
From the looks of it.
We also had EC3 form a new group with, of all people, Wesley Blake and Adam Scherr, a.k.a.
Braun, this is former WWE superstar Braun Strowman, Adam Scherr. I'm Titan, and I'm fucking shit up with EC3. Hey, still got my Braun Strowman after all this time. Yay!
Don't forget Wesley Blake. He's there too.
And Wesley Blake, yeah, he'll. You know what? I'm curious as to where it goes from here.
Yeah, and of course, one of the bigger talking points was also
before I let you go, Guts Masterson. Side note: Josh Woods was on AEW Dark this week. Indeed, he was. All caps, he lost. Look, this was taped before that, and pretty sure Tony Khan regrets that booking decision. But it was against Shawn Spears, so
Shawn Spears needed to get his nut off.
Pretty much.
And of course, one of the bigger talking points is we got ourselves a bit of a title feud here. We got the Briscoes, them boys, starting to feud with FTR. And looks like we might be seeing that maybe in AEW, maybe in AAA.
Yeah, the Briscoes are the ROH Tag Team Champions. They won them in the match against the OGK. That was Matt David and Mike Bennett. And, oh my God, I want FTR versus Briscoes fucking now.
Them boys versus top guys.
Could you imagine that match in GCW, though?
You know what? I could.
Give it to me.
If you can't do it in AEW, do it in GCW. That's your main event, right fucking there.
FTR would be major heels there. Oh my God.
I don't think they care if they were major heels or not.
I know that I would just love that atmosphere of Briscoes coming out. They're the hometown boys of GCW. They're hometown indie guys. And then you got FTR coming out here, just getting absolutely booed. It's like Matt Cardona times 2.
with the old school tactics. Hell yeah.
And every time FTR just tease they're going to use a weapon and then just throw it away.
No sticks, just fists.
Pretty much. And as mentioned, Jonathan Gresham defeated Jay Lethal and became vacant. They vacated the championship, and in a nice touch, Kerry Silken, who has presented the championship to every new champion, presented the original Ring of Honor championship belt to Jonathan Gresham. So that was a nice touch, obviously.
Yeah, the original one from like 02 to I think 09?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, like it's good to see that belt back. And about halfway through the match, the locker room emptied and everyone was ringside for this match.
Like everyone was ringside for like the last 5 minutes of the match. I thought that was a beautiful touch.
I just wish they didn't have to have that hard 3 hours out because Jonathan Gresham deserved like a good 5, 6, 7, 10-minute celebration.
They needed the extra 5 minutes to let it soak in and let the thank you and the Ring of Honor chants go, but
no, he didn't deserve it.
Okay, Shin.
He didn't deserve it.
God damn it.
Come on, Shin. Come on. He won with the octopus hold.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have. Jay Lethal should have gotten out of it. I mean, octopus can't hold you for very long.
Nevertheless, it was a very touching celebration with him.
Yes.
And Jordan Grace in the ring.
Soon.
Have you no humanity?
I got more humanity than a goddamn octopus.
God's sakes.
At least I got a spine, unlike that cephalopoid.
Oh, God.
I believe it's cephalopod.
I know what I said.
Please, Tony, sign Jonathan Gresham. We need to keep this gag going.
Not only that, but Jonathan Gresham wants to wrestle Danielson, and Danielson wants to wrestle Gresham.
Do it! Sign that son of a bitch!
That's not very fair, don't you think?
Why?
Because it's a dragon versus an octopus. That's not fair.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, it's the Kraken versus the dragon from Skyrim. Don't you want to fucking see that?
If I remember correctly, in Pirates of the Caribbean, the Kraken got fucked up by the East Indian Trading Company.
Listen, that's just one adaptation of the Kraken.
Yeah, he got fucked up by Medusa in Clash of the Titans. Kraken is never going to win.
And to Enigma in the chat, please don't get your hope up about an ROH invasion. That is very pie in the sky.
Yeah, ROH invasion of AEW. No.
It reeks too much of the WCW, ECW invasion from that point. A failed company trying to invade a more established company. No, that's...
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make too much sense, unfortunately. I mean,
anyway,
it's okay to dream, but that's about it.
As we said, this show is excellent. If we were going to rate the show, I'll give it a full 5 out of 5. And of course, throughout the entire show, there were testimonials from many former ROH talents, all of them from AEW, Impact, and other companies, not WWE, unfortunately.
Because fuck them, that's why.
Yeah, just not a single member
but
of WWE.
It's like, for me, it's like... Couldn't you get it like 10 seconds, 30 seconds per wrestler? We got Kevin Owens, El Generico, Tyler Black,
Cesaro.
Especially Cesaro.
They got a lot of ROH talent under that WWE roster.
Yeah, but some of the top talent they've had in the last decade has been from ROH. They could have given them some lip service.
All right, so before we continue, for those wondering, yes, Shin sounds. I have Shin's mic up to boost up to the max. We know he's quiet. We're trying to fix it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it will be fixed eventually.
We will try.
All right. Speaking of Kevin Owens, he has re-signed with WWE, and rumors have stated that Sami Zayn has as well.
You know what, folks? I sense the hostility. Why do you do this? He should be AEW man. Look, no one here is a bigger fan of Kevin Owens / Kevin Steen than myself. And there are quite a few that are on my level. But I listened to that podcast, what he did with Pat LaPrade, because it's in French, and I'm French, and basically the translations are accurate. His first and foremost was his family. And yes, AEW gave him a pile of money. WWE gave him a bigger pile of money.
Yep.
They negotiated. It's not a 5-year deal. It's a 3-year deal. It's $2 to $3 million a year downside. Look, if I'm Kevin Owens, I'm okay. You know what? Fine. I'm fine with that. There's still some things he could do in WWE. And he's starting the year in a 3-way at day 1 in a main event slot.
Still needs to get the Grand Slam.
I believe that would be the tag belts. I think he's missing on that.
Just needs the tag belts.
He just needs the tag belts. Yeah.
But
go
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying something first.
My opinion on it is, I'm not gonna judge him for staying with him. If that's what he wants to do, and for his family, that's what he wants to do. Disappointed, but understandable. My biggest issue is, when is he going to get budget cut? Because in this era of the WWE, nobody is safe unless you're Roman Reigns. Nobody is safe. So unless that new contract came with some kind of clause in it that will prevent him from being unceremoniously budget cut, which is what I'm calling it now.
Yeah.
That's my biggest worry. I know they're probably not going to use him as effectively as they should be using him, but that's my biggest worry, is him just getting budget cut. So,
and it is for everybody, to be fair. But I will add this to the query. He said he's happy. He has a sense of belonging, and here's some context. WWE is his longest running tenure. If you add NXT and all that stuff, it's his longest running contract. It's his longest run. He didn't have that longer run in Ring of Honor. And he had 2 stints in Ring of Honor, 2 very infamous stints from a behind-the-scenes standpoint. He wasn't always welcome in the Ring of Honor. You could thank James E. Goddamn you, Cornette, for that.
What are you talking about? He's a fat fuck. He can't put a fat fuck over a champion. What are you talking about?
He's happy. He looks like he's in the best shape of his life. He's got 2 kids, a wife, and a means to financially support them for the foreseeable future. And if he gets cut, 90 days off, he's off to Tony Khan. He makes, what, $1 million a year? 7 figures? Or thereabouts? Yeah, it's a pay cut, but it's not that big a deal. $1 million is $1 million a year.
As far as I know, he's still friends with Tyler Breeze, and I'm like, just talk to Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
Make sure you got all your money squared away. Make sure you got some passive income coming in. So
and Breeze does not have to take a bump for the rest of his life. And you know what? If that's what he seeks, go for it.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
So whatever happens, good or for ill for Kev, that's the choice he made.
Hey, you know what? We may hate on the creative direction from now on, but you know what, dude? Family, kids, he's paid.
I know. I'm not down on his decision. I'm just saying, whatever happens, it's his choice. Good, ill, doesn't matter. It's his choice, and I'll be supportive of that.
Yeah, and you know what? There are worse deals to be had.
Yeah.
Moving
on. Jeff Hardy appeared on Matt Hardy's stream, and according to both of them, Jeff is doing 100% fine, and Matt even went as far as to say that Jeff's drug test will come back clean.
I knock on wood on that, folks. I sincerely do.
Yep.
You know what? If nothing else, one bad day at the office, WWE overreacting. Jeff said, no, I'm fine. No rehab, and WWE did what they had to do. Jeff's got 90 days off.
9 days off to chill with his family, chill with his brother, and Matt's been basically just not been hiding it at all that he wants to reform that tag team one last time.
And they'll do it in the best possible environment for it.
Yeah, here's hoping that.
And there's a lot of people who are concerned for Jeff Hardy's well-being. And you know what? I'm not even going to shit on that. That's an absolutely fair feeling to have. But, hey, if he says he's fine and that drug test is clean and all that shit, fair play.
Yep. If he is, TK, pick him up.
Yeah.
We could finally have that dream match, Bucks versus the Hardys.
Well, we've already seen that, but one match that I want to see that's now being teased is the Buck was actually the Hardys versus Private Party.
Which that's going to be boss.
Because Matt Hardy already said on Twitter, I enjoyed my time with these boys. To which Isaiah Cassie said, wait, enjoyed? What you talking about?
Some Twitter kayfabery.
Oh, yes. And of course, it's no secret that the Private Party, their favorite tag team was the Hardy Boys.
Or a triple threat match.
Ah.
Who is the best brother tag team in the business? The Bucks, the Lucha Bros, or the Hardys?
Ah, that could be good as well. Lots of dream matches to be had, that's for sure, because AEW's tag team division is deep as Notion.
Yeah, deep, and even if they can't use a tag team for a little while, it's deep enough that you barely notice it. And when they come back, hey, awesome, welcome back, guys. Nothing wrong with that.
And speaking of welcome back, making his official in-ring return at Wrestle Kingdom 16 on January, it's going to be January 4th, the return of the mystery match, Katsuyori Shibata!
I am happy in my goddamned head place. Just, that's all I'm going to say. Because if I keep talking, I will take up the rest of the hour, the 90 minutes, and that's not fair for the rest of the guys. Fuck yes!
And of course, Enigma all day has been basically screaming for his Shibata's opponent to be Danielson.
Can you blame him?
No, but that would be great. And Danielson, I'm pretty sure, wants to wrestle him.
As soon as he heard that Shabatas was coming back, Brian Danielson probably was walking around backstage with the biggest goddamn boner in the world. and he doesn't even hide it. He's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
He's not hiding it, but he doesn't know why either.
Like, so Brian, you heard about Shibata coming back? I heard things. I've heard a few things, all the while motioning towards his gigantic hard-on.
The one match that does disappoint me is January 5th. Sonata, of all people, is going to be wrestling Great Khan. Like, come on. That's the best you got for Sonata.
If I'm Sonata, I'm looking at that contract and thinking, how much time I got left?
This is a guy who should be like top-tier contender. This is a guy who should be a world title contender, and he's wrestling the weakest member of the Empire?
I don't really dislike Okan. It's just, it's Sonata.
It's a mismatch.
It's Sonata. He could be wrestling someone so much better than Okan.
Yeah. I mean, fair. Put him in a singles match on Wrestle Kingdom to give him something in the tag, which would be even a bigger insult than Japan. But there's got to be better than a Great Khan, yeah.
And happier news, on January 5th, a match that's not going to be a dark match, it's going to be broadcasted Live. Mayu Iwatani and Starlight Kid versus Tam Nakano and Saya Kamitani.
Words, Tito. You can speak some.
It's going to be a Stardom match on live pay-per-view.
Folks, there's a reason why it's live on the pay-per-view card this time. Stardom? One of the bright spots in Japanese wrestling right now. They've surprisingly been very hot lately.
Hopefully,
look at Tempest's video of all the 5-star matches in all the year. There's reasons for Stardom's on that list.
And it's good to see a heel Starlight Kid get some notoriety in the biggest crowd possible. So yeah, Wrestle Kingdom is looking like it's going to be quite decent. And of course, on January 8th, it's going to be New Japan versus Noah.
Basically night 3 of Wrestle Kingdom, but it's pro wrestling. It's basically that. And it's at Yokohama Arena. And yay.
There's a missed matchup here. Because what they should have had Los Ingobernables de Japón take on Los Perros del Mal de Japón. But unfortunately, we're not getting that.
Hey, hopefully it's an annual thing, and then you can have it then. You never know.
Indeed.
You never know.
Let's see, getting on to stuff here proper.
And it's not exactly the same if Naito's not involved. I mean, he's still got his bum leg, unfortunately.
Well, Naito is wrestling on Wrestle Kingdom.
Very true.
Let's see. Dynamite this week opened with one of the greatest matches all year, a 60-minute time limit draw between Hangman and Danielson.
They went a 60-minute Broadway on free TV. If y'all bitching about the draw, you're not a wrestling fan.
I can understand maybe as long as they don't do a draw again for like another good 6 months, but them doing a draw is not the same as WWE constantly doing disqualifications and countouts. It is not an equivalent because someone noted this. WWE on their weekly shows has done a DQ, a countout, or some sort of other fucked finish 80 times this year. We've seen 2 time limit draws this year.
Put it simply, folks. I'm fine. I was like, here's how I know this is match of the year, or at least a candidate. Usually, when I'm watching wrestling, I watch a little bit. Some of the matches I'm interested, I'm glued to the screen. But eventually, my eye goes to Twitter. Goes to my phone, goes to Twitter, Facebook, whatever. I didn't turn on my phone. My phone screen was off. I was watching that match the entire time. So many layers of stories. So many things going on.
And the best part is, they did not slow down at all for the 6 minutes. This is absolutely just full gear mode, full pay-per-view main event mode for 60 minutes. That is insane. These guys must have been absolutely exhausted afterwards.
JC's talked about the draw was not the original plan. I read that's a grain of salt kind of situation. I don't think that actually was. I think the 60 minutes was the plan.
What's the rumor?
JC in the chat, apparently the draw was not the original plan. It was supposed to be the end with a different kind of winner flat finish at 45 minutes, but another segment had to be cut, so they extended it. That's what I've heard anyway. I don't believe it.
45-minute would have been weird, especially because their title matches are always 60 minutes.
They're always 60 minutes. The only title that's not a 60-minute time limit is a TNT title, which is either which I believe is either 30 minutes or TV time remaining.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, nevertheless, excellent match.
And Enigma says it should have been commercial free. Well, technically it was with a picture-in-picture.
Yeah, technically, but
at
the same time, though, I can understand that. But commercials, if you want to have commercial free, you got to pay for that TV time yourself then, and that's expensive. An hour, like, it's one thing if you like, okay, we'll do like 20, 30 minutes commercial free, but to do an hour commercial free, that's a lot of money.
That's a shitload of money for everybody. Keep that in mind.
I'm back.
All right, we're talking about the Danielson Hangman match.
Oh, people still complaining about it?
Some, but not a lot.
The complaint really is the commercials really at this point.
I mean, come on. There's no way TK is going to get a whole hour free, commercial free. It's not going to happen.
They might have gone half an hour, but not the full.
Nope.
Nevertheless, 100% amazing match. If you haven't seen it yet, I 100% recommend watching it because the hour just flew right by.
And now I hate Tony Khan.
Why? What do you do now?
Just when I was all settled in, had my match of the year all set in after weeks of consideration, he throws in this shit.
What shit?
That hour-long epic battle between Hangman and Bryan. It's like, TK, come on. I just finished my list and you fuck it up already.
At this point, dude, it's a case of add to it at this point. If you have a 1A, have a 1 and 1A. You know what I mean? That's what I did.
Like, shit, man. Come on.
So after that, we got nice little vignette where Adam Cole teases a Christmas present for the Bucks next week on Dynamite.
And people are still bitching.
Could that present be an O'Reilly?
Time to tune up the air guitar.
Yep. Why are they complaining, by the way? Oh, they're adding another WWE guy. He left. He didn't get fucking fired. He fucking left on his own accord.
No, it's because they think he's being buried because he just is feuding with Jungle Boy and Orange Cassidy.
Okay. Shin?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to do a favor.
Yeah.
You know those tweets and all those people complaining? Put them in the box. Nice little one box. Doesn't have to be doesn't have to be mahogany. You know, doesn't have to be nice material because they're gonna take those thoughts, put them in the box, fucking burn them.
Yep. And
fucking burn them. People still shitting on guys like Jungle Boy and Orange Cassidy. Fuck you, WWE fucking marks. All of you mouth breathers are fuckers. Especially at some of the shit you've done lately, and I ain't gonna go into the fucking detail. And 2, you don't know what the fuck Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy have been doing the last fucking year. So you need to sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
And of course, they're also upset that whole Ghostbusters thing.
Oh, that's just good.
Who gives a fuck? It's Halloween.
And then I countered by saying, "Oh yeah, I know exactly who you can blame for that whole situation. You can complain to them. Here's his tweet. Here's his Twitter. It's Adam Cole, baby. You got a problem with how Adam Cole was dressed like? You can blame that guy. Adam Cole, baby. Just
also, this is the same guy that likes to wear a Master Chief helmet while playing Halo on a stream.
Adam Cole is a goober.
He is.
He's a
He's
nerd. He's one of us.
He is one of the best wrestlers on the planet, and he is a big fucking goober.
I listened to this guy mark out over Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 on the AEW Unrestricted podcast for a solid 5 minutes. It was fantastic. And once again, let you know that he is a giant dork.
Yeah.
He is a dork. He's a geek. He's a goober. He's one of us. And he just happens to be one of the best professional wrestlers in the goddamn world. And if that eats you alive, you fucking suck.
Yes.
Moving on to
because people are allowed to be fucking normal and fucking happy. If you can't take that shit, get the fuck out.
Indeed. Anyways, moving on to more positive stuff. Wardlow demolished Matt Sydal in record time.
Murder.
And then that chair pervert came in there.
Yep.
I just love how during the match, Spears is like, no, finish it now, finish the match. You're over, stop doing it, you're overdoing it. And then once the match is over, he's like, okay, good, but you gotta stop overdoing it. And then he just demolishes Matt Sydal with a chair. It's like, oh, yes. All right, now I'm good. Let's go.
They're going to turn Wardlow at the beginning of, either at the end of this year or at the beginning of next.
Yeah, I'm getting, especially from this segment, it's like, they're just pretty much like teasing it hardcore now.
Basically saying we're about to turn him, where it's just a matter of when.
And as soon as he walked backstage, there was Jake Hager, and he just shook his head. I'm so disappointed.
You're money whipped.
I'm so disappointed in you. What are you talking about? Don't ever fuck me ever again. What did I do? No, come back, Jake. No.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. All right, we also had a promo with Malachi Black, spraying mist into a man that's now ascended to being what he described as more than a king. Could this be Brody King?
He did, by complete coincidence, if you want to believe it that way. He did sign an AEW contract.
Which he would be free to do since, after Final Battle, all contracts released.
Actually, all contracts were released. If you want to wait, if you didn't want to wait till Final Battle, you could just say, "Hey, I'm gonna go over there now," and they said, "Okay." He just decided to take the paycheck till the end of the year, and that's the end of the year. There you go.
I've heard some scuttlebutt that it might actually be a fake out. We might actually be getting Kenny King, maybe.
That would be an interesting thing.
Brody King, Kenny King. Could be a red herring to see if Cody Rhodes
It's
could turn
Jimmy
heel.
King!
Jimmy King.
No, we're all wrong. It was Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh, God. Way to fuck that up if you do that.
No. You're all wrong. It was the Kang.
No. It's Krang from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See, more than the King, because they had the R in the thing.
And Guts, it's not going to be Dollar King, even. That's
No. Though, good effort. Have some steak. Obviously, it's King Kong Bundy.
That would be just the biggest unreveal ever. It's like, here's the newest member of the House of Black. This is Top Dollar.
Yo, ref, watch this. Takes bump on the outside. You see Tony Khan. Oh, why the fuck did I sign him?
No, he tries to take a bump outside and ends up in catering and crashes into Eddie Kingston's cake as he was eating.
In fairness, Top Dollar versus Eddie Kingston is something I did not know I wanted until now. So fair.
Or better yet, Have him face off against Max Caster. Have him teach him how to actually do a proper cipher.
No. Top Dollar be in the ring, and Max Caster just straight up castrates him on the mic. Ooh, JC, huh? What if the king is Eddie Kingston?
I don't see it. He's already involved with his own thing.
I don't see it either, but it'd be a hell of a swerve. And Eddie works well as a heel, so...
Oh, and Enigma says, it's the Burger King!
And we're back to Jerry Lawler. Fuck. God damn it. Burger King! Burger King!
No, we're all wrong. I got the scoop right here from Tony Khan's on Twitter. Ooh. It is, in fact, none other than Super King. He has all the powers of a robot and a king.
This feels like a really cheesy 80s Marvel comic.
That's because it is a really cheesy Marvel comic.
It's from Futurama.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, wait, the wrestling episode, right?
No, it's when Leela and Fry got superpowers and Bender joined in as Super King.
Oh, right, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to rewatch that one. My favorite episode of Futurama, though, is the one where...
Oh. It's King Ranger from O Ranger. If we're going to throw every goddamn thing, including the kitchen sink, why the fuck not?
Well, then might as well throw in Benjamin King as well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, in our semi-main event, because there were only a few matches on this show, because the first one went an hour.
Well, yeah, in case you're wondering, yeah, why so little matches? The first one went an hour.
So, yeah, in the semi-main event, Hikaru Shida defeats Serena Deeb, and once again, an excellent match. These two are incapable of having a bad match together.
And Guts brought him Go Geiger King and said, "Well, man, I wanted to avoid using Toku. Dude, this is my show. You could, if you want to throw in a Toku reference, I'm gonna laugh at it."
Nevertheless,
I'm not really, the Shades, folks.
Indeed. And the finish to this match...
No offense to the Shades, if he's listening.
Indeed. And the finish to this match where Deep constantly tried to use the exposed turnbuckle to defeat Shida, only for it all to come biting her back in, I guess, her literal face, but her proverbial ass, as she got shoved into it and rolled up for the 3 count.
Yes.
I kind of agree with the thought of, okay, it wasn't for a rubber match, it wasn't the best of the few, but I'm like, dude, it's a clear and obvious thing to write off, like a blow off. So, you know, it was still good, by the way. Like you try and top an hour of wrestling, for God's sakes.
Yeah, nothing after Danielson versus Hangman. Nothing was going to touch that.
Crowd was trying to get in there, though. Give them credit.
Then we got a promo where it looks like the Varsity Blondes are exploding.
Well, because Griff Garrison wanted to face a murder death squad in Aleister Black, to defend the lady who got blacked on last week, and Brian Pillman, who in this particular case was actually fucking smart. Went, no, I don't think, dude, we're a tag team. You're gonna die. And of course, there was a shoving match. I was like, dude, fuck it, and lift.
Griff Garrison, you need to take all that assertiveness out your voice before you get your ass kicked in.
His ass, his head, his eyes are gonna be blacked out. He's gonna be fucking blind.
It's okay. He's gonna have Alan Angels with him. That'll help, right?
No.
Come on, they're the world's greatest detectives.
Nope.
Even the world's greatest detectives would be able to figure out, don't fuck with Malachi Black.
Malachi Black will fuck you up.
You are not Sherlock Holmes. You do not have Holmes vision.
Nope.
I'm sure Griff Garrison can, at least try to, practice the Holmes vision. So
but the only reason we're not doing this live, I'm not doing the damn bit live, is because we can't do the bit live because we're not streaming. But I am ready, willing, and able to scream squash into the goddamn microphone the minute Griff loses.
This is him attempting Holmes' vision. This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, do go for a punch.
Shin. I'm gonna stop you right there. He's gonna roll a 1 when he tries that.
Go for a punch. Black to flex. Black mist in the face. Black mass to the chest. Out. Possibility of avenging Julia Hart? 0%. Possibility of getting my shit kicked in by pissed off emo? 2,000%. This was a bad idea. I should have listened.
And in the background, Steiner, dumbass, fucking idiot.
We also got a promo backstage from Eddie Kingston where he actually was not interrupted for a full minute. Hooray!
Oh my god! It was funny, and he's plugging, and he plugged a match which will be airing on this Friday's Rampage, which is today.
Tag team match, players.
Yeah, Guts. Yeah, and so we got a 10-man tag. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got lots of tag matches to look forward to. Lots of them.
Oh yeah.
And somewhere in the world, Teddy Long is rubbing himself erotically.
Oh god.
So many tag team matches, player. All we need is for someone to go one-on-one with the Undertaker, and I can finally climax.
Thugging and bugging and hitting and bugging, and he's about to have some autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh god.
Well, one person we know is definitely
Shin, I know we don't expect to have a Talking Shop of Mania 3, but do not give the Good Brothers any ideas.
Too late.
God damn it.
One person who's probably feeling themselves up tonight is Maxwell Jacob Friedman, as he defeated Dante Martin to be a three-time straight flush winner of the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
And a great showcase match for Dante Martin, by the way.
Always good.
Both men worked their balls off in that match, actually.
Always good to see D-Mar in a match.
And of course, MJF and his cohorts tried to beat down Mr. Martin afterwards, but CM Punk and Darby Allin and Sting made the save.
And a lot of people were, I could see some people were they were disappointed from because compared to the first one. And I'm like, if y'all are complaining about after a night that included a 60-minute Broadway, look, there's nothing I could help you.
Tony Khan said to look forward to the next several weeks for debuts. Weeks with plurals. There's an S on that Twitter.
He did. We
didn't get any major debuts, but we got a 60-minute Broadway. That's more than I.
That should have been more than enough.
And of course, CM Punk grabbed the mic and said, "Hey, MJF, next week we're doing a 6-man tag. Deal with it, bitch."
Also, CM Punk with the best shirt ever.
Oh, hell yes.
In Texas, no less.
Suck it, Texas! Texas
all right.
can suck it. Texas can suck it. Yes!
For my fellow international people who do not follow the news, I mean, one, I don't blame you. Two, Texas basically said fuck abortions in law form. They pretty much outright banned them.
Normally, I would have sent like at least 10 guys in 10-gallon hats to T-Dub's place and having him beaten the crap out of. But for this case, I will allow it.
I don't think you have too much of a choice there.
I finally got one!
Well, by proxy to CM Punk, by the way, who was wearing a shirt with ovaries. I believe the shirt went and said, "You get some and then you tell it what to do."
Something to that accord.
Something to that effect. I could reswitch it.
Yep.
Nevertheless, excellent Dynamite. Did the highest number of the past month of over 900,000 viewers, although still not cracking the 1 million mark, unfortunately.
But it's climbing steadily, in fairness, so that's not a bad thing.
I'm hoping that these lower numbers are just the cause of the holiday season, and once we start getting back into January and especially February, we can start getting over that 1 million mark again on a regular basis. Because these dynamites have been pretty good. Like, if you want some good wrestling with some good stories, good rivalries, like, there's some good stuff going on here, man.
At this point, if you're not watching it, then you can't call yourself a wrestling fan.
There's too much good stuff happening that.
Yeah.
Like and Ruby Soho during the AEW restricted podcast interview said that the energy of an AEW crowd is the same as a bingo hall, just bigger.
Oh, nice. I see what they did there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can agree. Like, having gone to an AEW show, it is amazing just how much the crowd is into it, much like an indie show. And the only downside to the size of the crowd is, unlike an indie show where there's only usually like a few hundred people there, you don't really get to hear the hecklers on television. That's always one of my favorite parts about indie shows with the small crowd is you'll always hear the hecklers. And because of that, the wrestlers get to interact with them, and that's always fun.
Yep.
Well, I miss Kevin Steen in the indie scene. He would straight up roast a bastard who deserved it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts. I was about to bring him up, actually. There's so many matches where the moment someone just starts any type of shit with him, he's like, okay, you're going to be the bane of my existence. You're going to be my next target for the next 10 minutes.
And people will laugh and laugh and laugh at your dumb ass.
And thankfully, he still does that for WWE live events, just not so much on television, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, on TV he's got a job to do. At live events, you act a fool. Mr. Owens has been taught by the best to keep shit talking.
Yeah, I believe that's one of the things that Steve Austin likes about him.
Yep.
He just keeps talking.
Well, that was the piece of advice he bestowed on Mr. Steen himself.
Just keep talking that trash, son. Just keep going. Don't stop.
Okay, we got to be careful. We do not want to become New Legacy Inc. here.
Indeed, and that's all the news I have this week, unless either of you have something you'd like to bring to the proverbial table.
I got a few stuff.
Cool.
All right, hit us with it.
Yeah, apparently in a I think from either Ringside or Wrestling Inc. I can't remember which. It turns out that our boy Mark Quinn from Private Party has been injured since October.
Oh fuck! That explains why.
That explains the absence.
Yeah, they don't go into exact details about what it is that he is down with, but they said he's going to keep him out for the next couple of weeks, if not the next couple of months. So I've been hearing stuff. It might be a pectoral tear, but that's just some scuttlebutt. But I'm not sure.
Well, here's hoping he gets well soon, because Private Party is one hell of a team.
Yep. So if you've been wondering,
so that's what that chant was. Okay, so this was a discussion about the Long Island crowd against CM Punk last week. We were wondering, what the fuck are they saying? Enigma has figured it out. They were chanting "fuck your pizza" at him.
Well, one thing New York has over Chicago is good pizza.
Yeah. And Johnny Beef Stew agrees with you.
I'm going to say right now, Chicago deep dish is not pizza, it's a lasagna.
Actually, it turns out, I heard from a lot of people, yes, Chicago deep dish is a Chicago pizza, but it's not like the actual, it's like what they do is like it's a thin crust that's square cut. That's the actual Chicago stuff.
I've had that. That's actually pretty good. Whatever that lasagna deep dish crap served in a fucking skillet is, I don't know. Fuck that shit.
It's like the thickness of it is so big. It's like layers and layers of, that's too much.
I have had a Chicago style pizza. Look, I'm not gonna shit on you guys hating it. Hey, personal taste is subjective. But look, pizza is pizza.
If you can't hold it in your hands, it's not a real pizza. Come on.
And that's why when I spent summers in Chicago, my aunt, God rest her soul, did not serve us deep dish pizzas. She served us Chicago-style pizza, which was flat.
There you go. Now that's pizza
She
right
knew
there.
better. She knew better.
That right there, that's a good pizza right there. You don't gotta deal with any of that nonsense.
Thank you, Johnny Beef Stew.
Oh
No
God,
idea what
I'm
that
on
is,
Twitter.
but-
I'm on Twitter right now. And Easy's live tweeting the Joe Bob's Laugh Drive-In on Shudder. Shout outs to both, by the way. And this is a random one, but what? No WWF ice cream bars? I hope you get shot too, you jerk. So obviously a movie is on, and someone does not like WWF ice cream bars.
Ha ha! All right, as for my second bit of news, since Matty was so kind to bring him up, this week we had another title defense of the New Legacy Inc. WGGP.
I don't think we brought it up on
title.
air, though. It was not brought up on air, actually.
No, we did not.
It was not brought up, but dude, keep going.
It was this year. It was I think it's the 12th reigning and defending champion, the chosen one, the king of the mountain, old slapnuts himself, Jeff Jarrett.
Chosen one.
Wow.
Yep. Defending it against none other than the icon Sting. He does this. He does that. The game of choice was WCW Backstage Assault.
Yes,
I am legal, and since it is Backstage Assault, I am legally required by my own personal law to say "you poor bastards."
It is easily one of the worst wrestling games I've ever played. Like, people complain about 2K15 and 2K20 being the worst wrestling game. No. If you have not played Backstage Assault, that is one of the worst wrestling games I've ever played in my life because the control's bad, it looks bad, it's all around bad. There is zero good quality except for one fact, and the fact that it's the only wrestling game to feature Metallica's Seek and Destroy as Sting's entrance theme.
Yep.
And that's sad in its own right, folks.
Yep, this also marked a first time in WGGP history, as this was the first title match to take place not inside of a ring, but inside of a bathroom.
Where apparently someone was flushing nonstop.
I want to say it was Ming.
Slip was in the back. It was in there. It's like, well, no one or the bathroom. The WGGP went to the shits.
Yes, indeedy. Do I want to spoil things for us on air?
I mean, it's aired since 4:15 today, so.
Okay, well, in that case, we now have a new WGGP champion, the man called Sting, after a 17-minute brutal in all kinds of ways match. So here's hoping his title run lasts a little bit longer than the chosen ones.
I hope Sting breaks the record.
Yeah, he's gonna have the record held. That is the record held by both Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mitsuharu Misawa of most title defenses.
That being 3 so far.
Yep.
Let's go for 12 title defenses. Come on, Sting, you can do it.
Let's get the 4 before we get to 12.
Yeah, hopefully he can tie CM Punk and Chris Jericho for their title defenses in 2.
By the way, for those keeping track, it's basically it's multiple. It's basically a championship with New Legacy Inc., where the champion has to be part of a video game with the challenger in it, all computer controlled at highest difficulty, I'm assuming, and basically it's Johnny Blood just calling matches and reacting appropriately.
Yep. It's a fun time because you'll never know what you're going to see in WGGP. And that's all the news I got.
All right, so I suppose, Matty, you got anything?
Well, I do have a
JC
piece
has
of news,
something,
but it
actually.
is directly connected to the loser I have here, so we may as well
All right.
get to the losers.
Oh, JC actually has something. Hana Kimura's mother, Kyoko Kimura, is going
Oh,
to be
that's right. I forgot to bring that up. Good
after
call.
Full
Good call.
TV for the way they edited her daughter's episode.
Basically, she's suing them for that and what caused the cyberbullying which inevitably caused to Hana Kimura's passing.
Best of luck to her.
Absolutely. Get him. That being said, gentlemen, let's do some losers.
Alrighty, D-Cell Battery Award. Can't really say. I don't think the WWE has done anything worth D-Cell battering for.
I guarantee you my loser deserves a D-Cell battery.
If it's Hannibal, you damn right.
I'll take your word for it. But if it comes up and I agree, he will definitely be bestowed with the coveted D-Cell Battery Award. But overall losers, WWE for basically ruining their entire main event for day one by having Bobby Lashley go through all their challengers and beating them, including their world champion, Big E.
Valiant babyface, Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, who just basically went. Basically, they booked themselves into a corner. They have to give the title to Bobby Lashley now, because if they don't, then everything that happened on Monday was pointless, and it just made Big E look like a weaker champion than he already looks like now. And I hate saying that.
You know what the sad part is? I don't think WWE even cares.
Of course not. They don't care. They never care.
They haven't cared in a long time.
Nope.
I got a double dosage of losers this week.
Let's see. Other losers. Well, I'll just give it Darby Allin for not knowing how to Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that.
Ooh, that exchange. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He should have seen that one coming.
That was not good. He really should not have opened his mouth and or his screen and started tweeting, because, yeah, he got savaged.
Yeah, don't throw rocks when you live in a house of glass, essentially.
He doesn't live in a house, so he was throwing boulders when he was living outside.
Oof.
For long story short, he was talking about living his life and a skateboard and all that stuff. And
basically called out Cora Jade for being, quote unquote, a fake skater wrestler.
And Cora Jade clapped back.
Hard. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
I think he's going to need a sensu for that one.
No. He's going to need the fucking Dragon Balls for that one.
He's gonna.
Anyways, my losers this week, I got a double dosage.
What's that?
First off, Fox News for publishing an article shitting on AEW saying, oh, I guess your ratings are lower now. So I guess that means you guys, the honeymoon period's over. You guys are losers now. Sucks to be you. To which, of course, Tony Khan clapped back and said, hey, our ratings are actually beating yours in the demo, so fuck off.
Hey, I didn't have my hosts lose their shit because their Christmas tree caught on fire on live television.
For 36 hours! And they called it a hate crime.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, these people.
No, they are the hate crime.
And of course, I gotta give one to loser, to someone who I'm certain Matty brought him up, and he's probably going to put on my list as well. Someone that V Infuso is more than familiar with, Hannibal.
All right. So Hannibal, he's on YouTube on Hannibal TV, and I will save you the trouble. Don't
just
look
don't.
it up. Don't subscribe him. His YouTube is basically a bunch of wrestling shoot videos, which there are a dime a dozen. And I think there were some Al Snow videos there during some training / I forgot the word's not coming up, but it was basically some training, and then some of his Hannibal's matches. Well, he's in Texas. He's wrestling somebody. He's under a mask. He's doing a gimmick, and he loses. And in frustration, like a heel would do, usually, he would beat up the ref.
So far, so good. However, then he goes into business for himself.
The fuckery begins with the fact that they couldn't find him 10 minutes before the match. Apparently, the blood, and in the match, he takes out in the post-match, he takes out a spike that he found somewhere, and hammers it into a referee that wasn't even the right ref. It was just a ref trying to break things up. And bludgeons him so much that there are multiple wounds on his poor head.
Yeah, like you can see.
You might be wondering what went wrong. Well, there was an agreement on blood being agreed on, which that's doubt. I'm not even going to hit the button because it don't even deserve the comedy here. He beats up the referee to the point where it's basically assault and he's in the hospital for a couple of days. Stitches and all. And Spike was not agreeing into it. Couldn't find the blade, so the spike was found. And Hannibal allegedly was incoherent. Couldn't be found until 10 minutes before they had to delay the match about 10 minutes. He couldn't be found.
And the referee has gone on record saying that this was because there are some people thinking, oh, this is a work, this is work. The referee said, no, this wasn't no work. This is a shoot.
This was it went from work to business into self.
And this actually was so notorious that even The Miz said, ban him. The Miz said, ban this fucker.
And Shin and I have a story, not story, but we are very, very protective. We are very, very careful with the word cancel culture. We're not the biggest fans of it unless it can be utilized to really fuck over someone who actually deserves it. Hannibal fucking deserves it. And don't, folks, I know many of people in the Ottawa, in the Ontario indie community who know of Hannibal. To use urinating trees terminology, Hannibal is a fucking lol cow. Always into business for himself, or it's all about him. Big head, small brain. Let's put it that way.
Well,
that's hearsay on my end, and you could ask the people who are on Twitter, who will gladly tell you how much of a fucker he is. I'm just going on here saying what they tell me, and after this weekend, after that incident, fair. I believes it. I believe it.
And the only thing he should be winning this time of the year will be a nice little D-cell battery to the head, because you're right, T-Dub, he has definitely earned it.
Just come on, the referee is just. I just hate when people abuse.
The simple rough bump spot. Look, the ref can take a bump, so literally it's hit your finisher, couple of kicks, and then you leave.
Basic wrestling 101.
This is post-match 101, as you said. This is fucking simple. No blade, no bleeding needed. Bump the ref, kick him a couple of times, spit on him, leave. There's no need for there was no need for blood in the first place.
Especially when you are giving this guy scars that he needs surgery for.
And a couple days after it was released, he was still having a headache. So that's unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, so best of luck to the referee to recovering. And yeah, this guy is clearly never going to have a match again.
Should not be booked. What a fucking lol cow. And that's not even what a fucking cancer.
Yeah.
And, WWE, but, we all know they're losers anyway. So we'll go straight to the winners.
Winners, easy enough. Winner is coming for just delivering 2 solid hours of wrestling, and half of that was taken up by another match of the year candidate for me. God damn you, TK. You're making it harder for me. Stop it. Stop it. That's a bad owner. Bad.
No, Shin. And this is probably one times I'll have to disagree here. Keep it going. They're not going to top that Broadway, but
you say that, and yet watch them do it.
They're gonna do it.
Why are we bitching about good wrestling?
No, but I'm trying to protect Shin's sanity. He can only take so much.
T-Dub.
Hey.
T-Dub. We started the show with an Arnold off. What sanity?
God damn it. But as for my other winners, let's see. damn it. Cora Jade for that incredible clapback she did on Darby Allin. Just
Let this be a lesson for anyone in the future. Don't fuck with Cora Jade.
do not, especially if you're bad at Twitter.
Yes.
Especially if you're bad at Twitter. ROH Final Battle. I didn't watch any of it. I just got the highlights, but still, it's a perfect show to end off the run of one of the most underrated but highly valued companies in professional wrestling history, who has given us some amazing talent that has gone on to change the industry as we know it.
It was an emotional night for sure.
Indeed. Some non-wrestling ones. Surprisingly, Matt and Trey for the South Park COVID specials. These are probably some of the best episodes or best specials they have done in years.
I actually watched the two specials. You're not wrong, dude.
Yeah,
That was some good shit.
They managed to make Eric Cartman, one of the most vile, despicable characters in fiction, likable, and you feel sorry for him at the end of it, legitimately. And as my other winner, I got to go to Team 4-Star for their D-December. This is their last D-December, and as luck would have it, this is the one they're doing with Totally Not Mark, and I think Mark really needed this, especially after what Toei's been doing to him for the last 2 weeks or so. And so it's great hearing Lanny and Kaiser and Mark talk about Dragon Ball and just be able to forget that Toei completely has been fucking him and fucking everyone else over. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that Mark will still keep making content by 2022. Those are my winners.
T-Dub?
And yeah, guys, it's hard to believe that Impact outlived Ring of Honor. That is bizarre.
We live in a world where smoking weed is legal, but in Ontario, if you go into a party, that's illegal.
That's bizarre.
That's 2021 in a nutshell right there.
Anyways, for my winners, Ring of Honor. Here's hoping they do return and somehow better than ever, although I have my doubts, but here's hoping. Also, Jeff Hardy for just keeping himself clean and keeping going, looking healthy. And Kevin Owens for getting himself a big, fat, juicy contract full of all the monies.
Yeah, cannot complain more than that. I'm amazed we did not talk about Hook in the entire 90 minutes.
Oh, yes, Hook is a winner too.
Hook is a winner for sure. Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson, excellent 60-minute Broadway, as it's brought up before. Kevin Owens for accepting 2 dump trucks full of money. He may not be made of stone, but he'll still package pile drive somebody, hopefully soon-ish, of course. And Ring of Honor, an excellent way to go out if that is the case, and if not, may the future be even brighter. All right, now, T-Dub, you got a new video to plug. I think.
Do you think?
Do ya? There you go. Good call. Plug away, sir.
So you want me to start the plugs off this week?
Oh, I usually go. Yeah, that's right. I usually go with Shin. Sorry.
I don't really have anything to plug.
You got your YouTube channel, Max Acorn.
And that's about it, because I'm not really doing much lately because of things that I've not mentioned on the podcast, and of course the holiday season and just resting up. But hopefully, once the season's over and the weather stops being a bitch to me,
right,
I can get back to it, because I can't keep going from 50-degree weather to 80 degrees and like we're in the goddamn summer.
Yeah, imagine going down to the 30s and 20s, bud.
I can handle that. It's the temperature fluctuations. I can't handle it. My voice just can't handle it.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
As for me, I recently just put up my final review of the year, WWE 12. Classic game right there. So check out my review of it, because if you haven't played in a while, there are some things happening in that story mode that'll catch you by surprise.
I remember WWE 12. It's a banger. On the story modes, absolute banger. If you want to watch his videos, his next video, which will come out next year, obviously, in the coming year, you can do so by subscribing to TWK's Patreon, patreon.com/TWK Reviews. You can also tip anything you want on my tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. Donations are optional, but very much welcome and appreciated. You can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWK Official, and at Shintigercurl. Emails, comments, all that stuff, the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. Links to RVT's Discord, all that stuff in the description on our Twitch page as well. We are not on this coming Friday. Next Friday, that's Christmas Eve. We are off. For one thing, family time, Christmas Eve, as you can imagine. And I'm not making these guys work Christmas Eve. Hell, I ain't working Christmas Eve, so there. No show. But the next show, the best and the best and the worst of 2021. Good Lord, that best list was a tough one to fill. Lord help me, that was a tough one to fill, but it was filled. It was filled, ladies and gentlemen. It was filled. So we're off until the end of the year, the literal end of the year. New Year's Eve is the next time you will hear us on the Wrestle-Cast. So until then, on behalf of Shintigercurl.
You're Shintigercurl.
And of course the TWK. I don't know what you're talking about. What you do now? One is for me. Greatest boxer of all time. What you talking about?
Gotta work on it, T-Dub.
Yeah.
Hey, work.
Hey, it's not bad though. It's not bad. My name's Matty J.
Reminding you to help professional wrestling. Support the independent promotions as soon as possible. Now get to the chopper! I
had to get it doing. I had to do it. Again, have a good one. Have a safe one. Really, be safe out there with that Omicron. Seriously, that's a pain in the ass. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Merry Christmas. And we'll see you near the new year. Bye, everybody. Bye.
And here we go, 6-man tag action. It's the Super Clit taking on the Jurassic Friends.
What?
Super Click.